Have you ever heard of the Nelk Boys? They have got about 20 million followers, and they just took a ride on Trump Force One.
Speaking of Kamala, I know you don't like her, but that's Kamala's greatest achievements. That's very good. I love it. They're always working. I'll show it to them. That's good.
I'm with your favorite people, the Nelk Boys. They're having a good time at my expense. They're having a good time on my plane. We just landed. It's a little rougher landing. It's a little rougher landing than Dana would have. So I'm here with your friends, the Nelk Boys, and they are the modern-day Johnny Carson.
Co-host of Full Send Podcast, one of the Nelk Boys, Kyle Forshard, is here. What's up, Kyle?
What's up, Jesse? Big fan. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, well, of course, every time I look around, you're hanging with Trump on the plane, you're at a UFC fight, you're golfing with him, he's on your podcast. Did he adopt you?
I think we're pretty much adopted at this rate, honestly. We're like a great grandchild at this point.
I mean, you guys, are you angling for a position in the administration? Are you going to be Secretary of Energy?
I recently did a speech about Zins. Tim Walz putting 95% tax on Zins, so I was going to be the Secretary of Upper Deckers, but I'm happy with any cabinet position.
All right, so you're spending a lot of time with the big guy. What do you want to tell the people that a lot of people don't know about him?
I mean, we met him about 4 years ago. We actually went on Air Force One in 2020, and 4 years ago, he's been the same guy that he is now. He's just, off camera, behind the lights and stuff. He's just a cool guy. He's a great guy to be around. He's nice to everybody. But yeah, he's just remained loyal. I think now a lot of podcasters, it's kind of cool to mess with Trump. But back in 2020, it really wasn't. And then I think that's when we had him on. So he always remembers that we were kind of the first podcasters to have him on when it wasn't cool.
So you're taking full credit for him blowing up in the podcast world?
Oh, we're taking full credit. I think he even gives us credit too. He told us in 2020, make sure you guys don't fold, and he really remained loyal to us after that.
Why do you think young people are coming around to him? What is it about Trump that they didn't see the first time?
You know what? I just think there's so much crazy stuff going on in the world. You got men playing in women's sports. You got wars going on now all over the world. World War III is pretty much almost here. Kids are coming out of college. They can't get a job. So I think it's Trump, but I think it's just people are seeing the chaos. They're seeing the craziness, and people are fed up with it. We've seen what the last 4 years have been like, and people they're not having it.
Yeah, so my team sent me some research on you. You're Canadian. Kyle, are you even allowed to vote?
I am, yeah. I'm not allowed to vote. After Trump wins, we got to get him to tackle Trudeau next. But we'll focus on that later.
All right, so maybe he'll naturalize you. And there you go.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the new jet? I know you've been in both. I've only been in Air Force One. I spent a little time in 2016 there.
You'll get there. I'll see if I can get you an invite.
I'm following in your footsteps. Trump Force One. Is it better?
Trump Force One, I think it's better. I don't want to sound like the bougie guy. I think Air Force One, we got to step that up a bit. Trump's got to renovate that. Trump Force One takes the cake for sure. Brand new. The leather's fire. You walk on Chick-fil-A on every seat, and then on the way back, McDonald's on every seat. You got the bobblehead in the cockpit. So
you're making America,
Trump Force One for me takes the cake.
You're making America healthy again. You're doing Chick-fil-A and
we need RFK to do a sweep of the plane.
RFK must be going nuts watching Trump serving fries at the drive-thru. Is he okay? Has anybody checked on RFK Jr.?
I don't know. He's probably not happy with the plane food, but we'll fix that too.
All right. So you got this thing, sendthevote.com. What happens when you go there?
Yeah. So yeah, we noticed, I just saw that clip you played too. There's an insane amount of enthusiasm with college kids, but we just want to make sure that we channel that enthusiasm to actual votes, So we're just trying to tell our audience, guys, you can't be tweeting about this. You can't just post about it. You can't complain. You guys got to get out and vote. So we partnered with sendthevote.com, and it basically just helps people register to vote. So whether they're not registered or they need to get an absentee ballot, whatever the case may be, they can go to sendthevote.com, and it just helps them register to vote and make sure that their vote's counted. So that's one thing that we're really trying to help President Trump out with, is because we have that young audience and we travel around, we meet them at college campuses all the time, we see the enthusiasm. So we're just doing our part to, make sure that people actually get out and vote.
All right, well, if you want to send Kyle to the White House and make Trump the next president again, do it. Because if Trump wins, Kyle's going to have his own room in the West Wing, probably where Hunter lived, and he'll enjoy those 4 years, because you can't separate these guys. Kyle.
We'll party harder than Hunter Biden, too.
All right,
maybe.
that sounds like a threat. Behave yourself. I'll see you later, and good luck. Click